Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Yasmin K, with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to beat fear at its own game. So yeah, let's just get into this video. For someone, I would say someone like me who experienced anxiety and depression before, I know that it's real, without a doubt. It's definitely real, but I also know that it's in your mind, honestly. Um, Being so scared and fearful to the point that you feel paralyzed, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to move, and things are just crumbling and falling apart around you, even though you don't want to, but you're so scared that you don't even know how to stop it. So it still happens. I've been at that point many times, which is crazy. But now I really do feel like as though I have a grasp on my mind, honestly. Being so scared, and it was scared of a lot of things. Scared, fear of failure, fear of succeeding, fear of letting myself guide my mom and my family down, fear of what people gonna say about me, fear what people may not say about me, fear if they gonna watch my video, if they not gonna watch my video, if they gonna like me, if they don't like me, if they gonna comment something mean or nasty, if they gonna think I'm this and that and that, that everything. Where now I'm stiff, I don't I don't even know what to say. I've experienced that before, and honestly, the best advice I can give you about that is by beating fear is doing it. So if you scared to fly, said it. If you scared to fly, you gonna have to fly. Even if you start, you don't have to. Even if you like, okay, I'm not gonna start on no big plane. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go to the fair and get on one of the little toy plane, toy roller coaster planes, you gonna have to do it. Buy a toy plane. You gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it. As someone, I felt as though that I had like real bad car anxiety. I was so scared of driving, which is crazy. Like I've been driving for so long, but it took me so long to get my license. And it's like my mama basically forced me to get my license. If I didn't get my license the day I got it, I wouldn't have my car, like literally. So it was to a point where I have a car, and I'm not even driving it because I'm scared. Girl, I was scared. And it was with the car anxiety, it was like one was a confidence issue, and the only way to be more confident in something is doing it. So the only way you're gonna be more confident driving is driving more. You have to prove to yourself, like confidence is like a self-trust issue. You have to prove to yourself, you have to prove to yourself that I can do this. So you gotta prove to yourself that you can drive, which means you gotta get out and go motherfucking drive around people and drive and park and get out the car and park and drive and parallel park and back in. You don't have to do all of that so many times where you finally trust yourself. So now you relax when you drive. So now I drive one hand. I mean, when I used to be like this, tense, sweating, I could feel bullets of sweat just rolling down. For real, I'm not playing. But that's the same thing with fear. I feel like fear to me is just a lack of confidence, a lack of self-confidence. Because if you knew you could do this, or if you had trusted yourself that you can do this, then you wouldn't be afraid of doing it, because I know I can do this. I know I can do this. You ain't scared of walking because you know how to damn walk. You trust yourself that you these two motherfuckers, these two legs right here, and get up and walk. So it's one of those things, and the only way that we can combat the fear and we can fight fear and we can make sure that we have victory over it is by doing the things that we're most scared of. One thing about me, like with this YouTube channel, if you go on my channel, I've been posting for like probably like 8 years. I don't know, y'all, like 5 to 8 years or something like that. And I've been inconsistent. And one part of it was like, oh, I don't want to promote myself because what are people gonna think? Like, what are they gonna think? What if like the people that know me thinking this, and that? And the people that know me don't even watch my videos. Like, so it's one of those where I'm scared of something that ain't even happen. And a lot of time I seen this one quote where it said that it requires the same amount of energy to have fear and faith. Fear is believing in what isn't going to happen for you. Faith is believing in what is going to happen. So fear is what the worst thing possible. A lot of people say, "Oh, I like to think about the worst thing possible, prepare for that." That's fear. Faith, confidence is saying, "Ooh, what's going to happen when this work for me? What am I going to be able to do when this work for me? How's this going to transform me when this work for me?" You see? So it's really a mindset shift. And I'm not saying that it's that easy to just think more positively, because it's not. It's hard. But you gotta come, like, every time I'm more intentional on my thoughts. So when I'm having thoughts in my head and they're just running wild, one, I have to breathe. For somebody who's anxious, you gotta slow it down. Slow down the pace. Slow down the pace. And then you actually have to challenge yourself. Challenge those thoughts. So if you say something negative about yourself, or even if somebody says something negative about you, and you have to challenge those thoughts. That's not who I am. I am blank, 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 and fill in the blank with something positive. If somebody said that this is not going to work, then if somebody said, what if da 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 da, and then you come back with something positive. Okay, so what if they say? So what if it don't happen? What if it do? Now what? Exactly. So fear is one of those. Fear to me is just a self trust and a self trust and a confidence issue. Confidence is a self trust issue. You have to prove to yourself the same way that you build trust with other people. They have to prove in their actions, not the words as they say, in their actions. The same way you want people to prove to you that they're a good person and they respect you and they this and they, you need to prove that to yourself. You need to prove to yourself that you're a good person, that you respect yourself, that you love yourself, that you will show up for yourself. And the only way that you can prove that to yourself is by taking actions. You can't keep on writing stuff down. Writing down, journaling, and planning, it's all good, fun, and games, and it's real nice, and it help you decompress and get those thoughts out your head and put them on some paper. But you're still gonna have low confidence if you don't ever get up and work on those things. Show yourself that you can do it. Show yourself that you can work out. Even if you say, I'm gonna work out, the first day you probably not gonna do no damn 30 minutes. You probably not even gonna work out for 10 minutes. And that's completely fine. But now you telling yourself that I work out. Your mind can say, no, you don't. But you just seen me do the 5 minutes the last week. So you work out. And as the mind slowly start, just the same way that you're skeptical with other people when they come around and they doing something new, you're skeptical with yourself the same way. And that's something that I had to realize. So it's like the same way that I am with other people when I'm building relationships. That's how I am. That's how I am. That's how my mind operates. So when I'm approaching myself for change or to let me in, then I gotta, you know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to basically hack your mind. So that's what I do. I look and I reflect on how I am with other people. It's hard for me to trust people. I'm more so of you have to show me. A lot of people just be talking. So no, I need consistent action. I don't really like people that say, I'm going to do this for you. I'm a motherfucker. Well, I like people to just do it. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And they keep on doing it. And now it clicks that this is the type of person that they are. I have to do the same thing for myself. All that yapping, selling myself pipe dreams. That's why I'm looking at myself like, is you really gonna do this, girl? Because last time you said you was gonna do this, and that, and we still ain't got it done. So if you're a skeptical person, if it's hard for you to trust people, if it's hard for you to build rapport with people, it's going to be the same thing when you're building rapport with yourself. But it's easier because you're one, so you can go and you can hold yourself accountable and you can basically self-reflect and figure out ways to be more efficient so you can have some type of trust within yourself. So it is hard. It's not impossible. It's going to take some time. You're going to have to actually work on yourself. It's going to require effort and energy. But while you're putting effort and energy in yourself, that's the part of proving yourself. That effort and that energy that you put to become a better person, whether it's financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or even socially. However much effort you're putting yourself, that's how much more you're going to trust yourself in those areas. But the effort is action. So let's not effort is not just journaling and telling yourself and speaking. It's all of those plus action. All of those plus action. I feel like people forget that action is the missing key. If you've been doing your affirmations, you've been talking kind to yourself, you've been journaling, you've been going to therapy, you've been doing your breath work, meditation, you've been doing all of this stuff. The only thing that you have not tried was to actually get up and move your feet. And what I'm telling you, once you get up and move your feet, you're going to become more confident in who you are in different areas too, because now you have a cycle going on, or now you're building up exponential growth. So if you start with fitness, or even if you start with your spirituality, or even in your physical, if you take time to do that extensive skincare every twice a week, you're doing your mask once a week, you exfoliating 2 times a week, that's a lot of effort. And the same effort you put in your skincare is going to bleed over in your finances. It's going to bleed over in school. It's going to bleed over in work. It's going to bleed over in your fitness journey, because now you know how to do it. You know what it looks like. Life is based on simple principles. You just have to figure out how you can use principles in different areas of your life. Principles that work, actually. So you need to figure out principles that work for you and just apply them to different areas of your life, and then you're going to see that it worked, because principles are principles because they work. So it's not a theory, it's not something that you're testing out, it's something that is proven to work. And once you apply those principles to your areas of life, you're going to see growth in those areas. And that's the best thing about it. Once you start growing, you're not going to be so fearful, because you trust yourself. That's just like you doing like a trust fall with yourself. Right now, you gotta keep on. I gotta keep on looking back. I gotta look back 100 times to make sure I got my back, because you don't trust yourself. But the more you put effort into yourself and the more you grow, they say fall. You're gonna fall because you know you got your back. You know you got your back, and that is how life works. I just started realizing this, and this is how I'm operating in my life now, and it feels so much better. Me having anxious thoughts, or me being just scared to do anything, that has diminished a lot for me. So it's easier for me to just go out. It's like, okay, I trust myself. I'm being cautious, obviously. I'm going to make sure that I don't do anything impulsively, because there was one reason why I didn't trust myself. So it's not an impulse thing. It's more of a faith thing, where it's like, okay, you know that you have the ability to do something, so I'm going to go out and do it. And yeah. So that's all that I have for you guys today. If you like videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anybody and everybody that you may feel as though would like this video. Stay blessed and stay positive. Peace.